This video will take you through the solutions to the Unit 8 study guide over descriptive statistics. Make sure you've completed the study guide before watching this video, and that way you will know how prepared you are for the unit test that's to come. So, if you've done your work, let's go ahead and begin. So, on number 1, we're trying to find the value of the 5th month, and so a couple different ways we can do this, and here happens to be one way. One way I can do this, again, this is just reviewing what you've learned in this unit, is we can take 75 plus 64 plus 81 plus 72 plus x, divide it by the 5 scores that we'll have, and set it equal to 73. And we can solve it from there. The second way in which we can do this can be done without some of the algebra. Now, if we solve this equation that I've got set up here, I'd have to simplify everything in the numerator, to multiply both sides by 5, and then do some subtraction. Now, the alternative is to do this. Since I need a $73 average or mean, that means 73 times 5, which turns out to be $365. That dollar amount represents what I need. Now what I can do is I can add the 4 numbers together, and that'll show me what I have. So if I add those 4 numbers together, $292 is what I have. And now I can subtract those, and I can see that, just kind of a coincidence, that in the 5th month, I'm going to need to earn $73. Question 2. Albert Einstein's grade point average, see what I did with that, is computed on a 4-point scale as follows. So it's the grade scale 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 for the A's through F. So Albert's earned 2 grades of A. So how do we calculate this? Well, if he has 2 grades of A, and an A is 4 points, we're going to take 2 times 4. That's going to give us 8. 3 grades of B. Every B gets 3 points, so 3 times 3 is 9. And 1 grade of C, and that's worth 2 points. So if I add 8, 9, and 2 together, I get a total of 19. And I'm going to divide that by 6 classes, and if I round this correctly, Albert has a grade point average of 3.17. Next section that I would like to go through is the true and false. Number 3, to find the mode of a data set, it is necessary to first put the numbers in order. Well, that is false. And the way we can change that is the mode could be replaced with the word median. Because to find the median of a data set, it is necessary to put the numbers in order. The mode is the number that appears the most often. Number 4, if an outlier is present in a data set, the median will be the best measure of central tendency. That is true. Because if we have scores of 8s, 9s, and 10s, and one person gets a 2, well, that 2 is going to affect the mean more than it is the median. Number 5, 4 packages weigh 10 pounds each, while 2 packages weigh 7 pounds each. And the mean weight of the packages is 8.5 pounds. Well, we need to do the math to see if this is correct or not. So I'm going to have 4 times 10. So 4 packages at 10 pounds each will be 40 pounds. And then I'm going to have 2 packages of 7 pounds each, and that's 14 pounds. So I have a total of 54 pounds if I add 40 and 14 together. And I have a total of 6 packages. So 54 divided by 6 is 9 pounds. And that's enough to prove that statement false. Number 6. LeBron James scored 300 points in 15 basketball games, and Dwayne Wade scored 400 points in 25 basketball games. Dwayne Wade has the higher average mean points per game. Again, We don't know till we do the math. So LeBron will be 300 divided by 15, which is 20 points per game. And Dwayne will be 400 divided by 25, and that's 16 points per game. So Dwayne Wade has the higher average. That is false. And finally, number 7, in a data set of 11 numbers placed in order, the median will be the 6th number. Well, let's take a look at this. If we map it out, let's just list the numbers out to 11 to represent 11 pieces of data. And if we went through and crossed things off, this is one strategy to solve this. Aha! We see that the 6th number is indeed the middle. So is there a better way to get this? Well, yeah, there is. And so what I could do is I could take the number of data pieces I have, 11, add 1 to it, and divide by 2, and that gives me 6. Does that work every time? Yeah, it does. And finally, number 8. So number 8, we're just making some calculations here. The prices of a certain size of TV were compared at 4 different stores, and so we need to find the mean, median, range, and discuss the mode. Well, to find the mean, I'm going to add them all up, divide by 4. So the mean price turns out to be $265.25. And to find the median, I'm going to have to put the numbers in order first. So 234, 249, 279, 299. So the median is going to fall in between 249 and 279. So I'll add those two numbers together, divide them by 2. And the median is 264. Now the range in prices is the difference between the high, $299, and the low of $234. So that's $65. And there is no mode in the data set. Why? Because no number appears the most. That is why. Let's go to the second page. We'll go through that for you. So page 2. To find the mean on this particular stem and leaf plot, I'm going to add all the values up, but remember that first 2 is actually 12, and that 1 at the end is really 41. So if I add them all up and divide by the number that I've got there, I ended up with a mean rounded to the nearest hundredth of 24.77. The mode is the number 21 because 21 appears the most often. The range is 41 minus 12, so that's 29. And the median is the middle. And I can find the median by just crossing off the smallest, the biggest, next smallest, next biggest, and so on. And I found out that the median is 23. So now what I'd like to do is I'd like to make a frequency table. And so since my range is 29, and I want to have about 5 groups, so 29 divided by 5 is about 6. So your frequency table might vary a little bit, but your group should all have the same width. There shouldn't be any numbers that overlap as well. So smallest number is 12. 12 plus 6 is 18. Next group on mine would have to start at 19, go up by 6, that's 25. Then 26 to 32, 33 to 39, and 40 to 46. Now, if I have those groups, my frequencies turn out to be 2, 5, 4, 1, and 1. And now I can go and build my histogram based on that. And here we go with the histogram. So we're going to start on the x-axis with 12. Use every first number, 19, 26, 33, 40. And if we had another group, it'd start at 47. Our frequency goes up to 5, so you know what? I'm going to go by 2. 0, 2, 4, and 6. And on the side, this is going to be the frequency. And on the bottom, number of items in a shopping cart. So my first bar, there are 2 in the first group. There are 5 in the second group, followed by 4, and 1 and 1. And that's the histogram. So I noticed that most shoppers at the big box store are going to come in and they're going to have between 19 and 25 items in their cart. That concludes the first part of the study guide. Go and watch the next video for part 2 of the solutions.